Hello everyone, welcome, my name is Aaron and today I'm bringing you a Brigantine PvP build. However, this is not for PvP combat, it's basically for Helm Wagers and your Cutthroat Cargo. It's based around speed, it's based around stamina, it's based around tearing the opponent's shields. For example, if you're being chased, we're going to shoot backwards, we're going to tear the sails, and then we're going to shoot off in the distance with the acceleration and everything that we've got built. So please do not use this if you are planning on getting your PvP kill streak up or something like that, because it just won't help you. It's basically just for the Helm Wager or the Cutthroat Cargo, built for speed, so you can outrun people or you can catch up to people, whatever it may be. So let's get straight into it. First of all, we're going to look at the weapons. So on the front, as you can see, we have Sherlock's Long 9s. Why do we have Sherlock's Long 9s? Well, it's essentially for the tearing, increases damage by 50% when hitting sails, and also you can do extra damage with Mass Breaker when the sails are actually torn, when the torn sails effect is applied. So this is really good when you're chasing someone. Shoot these forwards, tear the sails, and they will stop basically sailing, and it allows you that time to catch up with them with your extra stamina and speed. Next, we've got the carronades. However, you can go with the tearing culverins, I think that's what they're called, and that's basically for more sail tearing. And the only reason is, let's say a ship's alongside you and you can't seem to outpace them for whatever reason, maybe they're using a similar build, who knows, and then you shoot the sailors out with your side cannons, and then you can just shoot off into the distance. That's if you're using the tearing culverins though. However, we are using these because of the severe damage when the target is flooded. So let's say you're chasing someone and you apply the torn sails effect, you can then shoot the mortar, which also the mortar we've got on applies flooding damage, and then when you catch up with them you can take them out with these side cannons. It's nice to have some DPS, especially if you are chasing the Helm Wager rather than carrying the Helm Wager. Same with the Cutthroat Cargo, if you're chasing the chest rather than carrying the chest, you need some form of DPS as well. So when that mortar applies that flooding from the distance, because the enemy's got this torn sails effect active, these are going to do extra damage, and it's really, really useful. So on the other side, we've got carronades as well for the exact same reason. So we've got Sherlock Long 9s on the back of the ship, and that's basically if you are getting chased, if you've got the Helm Wager, you've got the chest, you're getting chased, you can shoot backwards, you can rip their sails up, and you can basically shoot off while they are basically anchored, so to speak, because the sails aren't actually working because you've shot them out. And yeah, it's really useful. And also after that, you could even shoot your mortar backwards because they're going to be anchored slash stationary, and you can apply the flooding effect, which is going to bother them even more. And the range on the Long 9s is really good also, so you don't have to be up close to them. However, they're decent for PvP. Also guys, these builds do take a while to test, so if you could leave a like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. They do take some time because I am doing this on my own. And then next we got the Leopold. Why have we got the Leopold? Well, it's for the flooding damage. When you've got the torn sails effect and they can't move, pop that Leopold on them, apply the flooding damage, and then if you are chasing them, pop up alongside them with the extra flooding damage and take out the ship with the carronades. These go hand in hand. Everything here on this build is useful, and it seems to be the best build for Helm Wagers and Cutthroat Cargo. Armor. So armor doesn't really, I say it doesn't matter, it matters, but I'm using the Ouroboros. The reason I'm using Ouroboros is essentially because if I'm being shot at, if I'm trying to get away from someone I'm being shot at, I want to brace, and then the damage they do through that brace is going to be healed. So it's basically, all I'm trying to do is get out of range of them. So while I'm bracing, even though it's using more stamina, the stamina should build up fast enough anyway, and I would like that extra health back that they've done to me when I'm bracing. But just remember, this doesn't heal the amount of damage that you actually took, it just heals the amount of damage that you braced. So just remember that's how Ouroboros works. Okay, now we'll look at furniture. So as you can see, We've got the War Drums, reduces crew stamina depletion by 50% while trimming in combat. And basically, when you're in combat, in PvP combat, you need as much stamina as humanly possible, and the brig is the fastest ship. However, it does consume the stamina the fastest as well. So War Drums is a no-brainer, especially for this build, which is built around speed and stamina depletion. We've got the Sterile Gallery, increases maximum stamina by 7%. Again, that's a no-brainer. The more stamina, the better with this build. And then we've got Lighten Mast, which increases acceleration. The more acceleration you've got, the quicker you are gonna... Let's say if someone's towing your sails, you want to get up to speed as fast as possible when the effect ends, and that's why Lighten Mast is really, really handy for this. Now, we've got Lever Rope Grips, reduces crew stamina depletion when trimming sails by 15%. Again, the more stamina we can hold on to, the less we consume is going to be amazing. And then we've got increases acceleration and deceleration by 8%, allowing for more fluid movement, and also we can speed up at a faster rate. And yeah, so this is the build. Let me know what you guys think of the build. After thorough testing, I can safely say that you'll get Helm Wagers, you'll get Cutthroat Cargoes done with no problem whatsoever. Do not try and battle the ships unless you have to. Like if you're chasing a chest, that's what the carronades are for. However, don't go into PvP, don't put your flag on with this build unless you're planning on trolling people and just outrunning them, because a lot of people are using the snow in that kind of PvP where it's all battles. This one, not built for that. I almost forgot to mention the food that we'll be running on this build is based around stamina and stamina depletion, and if we look at the cookery here, I will show you which food it is. So we'll look through all these, and the one you want is the runner coho. The runner coho uses raw vegetables, screw pine, raw chicken, and water barrel. Why are we using this? Restores crew-to-crew damage by 15%, not really big deal. However, it reduces trim crew stamina consumption when trimming sails by 20%. Also, it restores stamina regen by 50%, which is absolutely incredible, especially when you pair it with the current build that I've just shown you. This will help you out in terms of stamina. It will make sure your stamina comes back even faster, and it will make sure you are using less stamina when you are trimming sails, and it's going to help you out a bunch when it comes to stamina. And as you know, this build is based around stamina, speed, but anyway, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you are new and you want to make your way back to the channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.